You've probably used ChatGPT to write emails or jokes, maybe used it to summarize articles or a million different things. It's pretty incredible technology. But what's behind it? How did we go from AI being a computer who could play chess to now something like this? Let's get into it. If you don't know, ChatGPT stands for Chat Generative Pre-trained Transformer. And not this kind of transformer. The kind of transformer we're talking about is a type of neural network architecture, and that's what this video is all about. A transformer basically allows us to process text in a way that mimics how humans process text. It transforms input data, like an English sentence, into output data, perhaps a human-like answer to a question, and in a way that respects the relationship between words, and that's really key. So as an example, with text processing, you need to understand the order and context of words. The cat chased the mouse. This is very different than the mouse chased the cat, so order is super important. And prior to transformers, the type of neural network that we used for text processing was a recurrent neural network. You might have heard the abbreviation RNN. And the way it accounted for order was to process words sequentially, one at a time. So basically chain things together, passing in what we learned about one word to the next word and processing it that way. And that works, but the problem with RNNs is that they're not great with a lot of text. Once you get into a lot of sentences or paragraphs or pages of text, an entire story about a cat and a mouse, it would kind of struggle to remember what happened at the beginning of the story. And it's also hard to work things in parallel because you can process only one word at a time, which means you can't speed things up just by throwing more compute power at the problem. So it's slow to train RNNs, which means it could only be trained on a limited amount of data. And that's why the transformer architecture is such a big improvement over RNNs. Back to our sentence, it's able to process the whole sentence at once, and we're not stuck processing just a single word at a time sequentially. And there are two concepts that make this possible. The first is positional encoding. This just basically means that before you process a word, you stick a number on it that represents its position. So you're passing in information about the position and the order in the data itself, rather than in the structure of the neural network, which is how we were doing things prior to transformers. And then the other concept behind transformers is this idea of attention, or self-attention. The introduction of the transformer architecture actually started with a paper called Attention is All You Need. So this is a really key concept to what makes all of this work. In simple terms, attention means that the model learns context over time, so it's able to figure out the meaning of the word mouse by being aware and paying attention to the rest of the input. So here we see the word cat, and we know that in this context, we're talking about mouse as a rodent. Versus a sentence like this, here the model has learned that mouse is related to a cursor, so we know that we're talking about something related to computers and not a rodent. So the transformer architecture makes it possible to basically scrape the web and learn from terabytes and terabytes of data that gets fed into train the model, which can process that data in parallel streams. It understands context, meaning, and this makes really smart tools like ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an example of a large language model. You've probably heard LLM a lot these days. But these LLMs aren't really smart. These models don't inherently, quote-unquote, know things. What's happening is they're just predicting things based on their training data, kind of like we do as humans. So if we see the phrase, once upon a, you would probably fill in the next word with time. And you're predicting that's the next word based on your training, all of the times that you've heard or read that phrase in your life. And a generative AI model is doing the same thing. Moving to another phrase, we went to the... In this case, there are more words that could make sense. Store, game, beach, doctor. There's a lot of others as well. But thinking back to this idea of attention or understanding context, if you saw these words in the context of somebody making dinner and realizing they were out of an ingredient, then you'd probably say that store is the highest probability word here. Or if it's a beautiful sunny day, then beach might make more sense in that context. So these models are basically calculating a probability for various words that could come next in the sentence, and that's really all that's happening. So to recap, large language models like ChatGPT are built on the transformer architecture. This uses positional encoding and self-attention to understand meaning and context. And they're really just predicting the thing that comes next in a sentence, which is great for things like answering questions, summarizing text, and generating new text. So that's it. If you found that helpful, let me know below in the comments, and also consider subscribing for more content like this. Thanks so much for watching.